Hello and welcome to another Havoc Sons video. Today I'm kind of like free-holding it. It's another term, but I don't really feel comfortable using that term. But this for many years was my sanctuary, and it is now being disassembled in the final days of my move to my retirement home. Retirement home. That sounds horrible. It's not a retirement home. It's where I'm going to retire. It's hopefully, if everything works out right, it will be a ranch. It'll be on a large parcel of land. We are looking at some things now, but boy, the amount of dirt that has accumulated through the years. Well, here's what I know for a fact. This fan, when I usually ran this fan most of the time, and then when it got too hot, I would run that AC. This fan at times would just be throwing out so much dirt into this room. You can see it on the screen. You can see it in the blades. Down on the keyboards here for the computers that were here, they were always filthy. I should have put some type of filtration unit in there. For some reason, this just caught a lot of atmospheric dust and threw it in here, which at the time I really didn't know because I always came in and wiped everything down every day. I'd had no idea this was collecting. But I'm at the final stages, and I wanted to save this to last. Disregard that printout. Interesting story of that. I had to print it out, which is normally not my style. If anyone knows me, that's not my style. Let me go lower here, where it says tattoos. It's not my style. I don't really like to put that on any kind of airwave. It's not really something I'm into. Hey, look, I have a healthy libido like everyone else, but it's not something I propagate. Is that the right word? I think a lot of people laugh at my videos because of the words I use are not correct, but they're close. But anyway, the interesting story about that poster that I printed out. I printed it out for a couple that had just gone to Amsterdam for a vacation. And they said they were walking down the street, and all of a sudden, that sign representing the tattoo parlor hit him right there in the face. It was right outside in the street for everyone to see. So he took a picture of it. And he was a photographer, and he took a very good picture of it. So he asked me to reproduce it. I fell in love with it. And I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can without... Okay, do you see that that's the city street there? And it was just sitting out there in front of a tattoo parlor. So he just wanted that. He thought it was great. And you know what? So did I. And for the beauty of it, not for the, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm saying too much. It just was a fantastic thing that you know, it's not something you would find in America. I will leave all these up here. These are all my failed boards through the years from, I don't know, doing things with them. And then there was a time where you were, especially these sockets, they were so delicate that, you know, you change a socket, you make a mistake, and boom, the board is gone. And a lot of times we were doing changes and swaps when I had a bunch of people over to teach them and get them involved, and I wasn't very good at quality control. The posters are coming down. They're coming with me. But this is pretty much about it. I'm getting down to the wire, and this will probably be the last couple of loads. And this is the last bag of models. Oh, there's a box that spilled. I have to pick that up. And then my gaming software, there's some business software up there. That's the last of my gaming software. And then there's some more over here. And then, of course, these are my old uh, Cocos. I did some videos on those. I think I have the original, the one, and the original one, the two, and the three over there. And then I have my later games here. You want to call them later. They're really pretty old. And of course, my old Warhorse that I've just kept upgrading. I changed the motherboard on this. I've never really changed the case. I kind of like it. It used to have a card reader right here, but I pulled it out, which was a stupid thing to do. And it had fan control buttons, which they broke, so I pulled them out. I mean, the case has seen better days. I just have always liked it. It just seems to cool real well. And then it has two more fans over here. So and then there's two big fans up above. So and there's a fan right there in the center. It was quiet and it cooled real well. So it handled all my latest upgrades. I can't even remember the last time I upgraded though. I have fallen behind. And then here's all my Radio Shack stuff that I've collected. That is a fun RC. If you ever get a hold of one of those. And then I bought 4 of these. And I'm going to build one, good one, out of these 4. And there's some controls. And I even have a cassette. The programming cassette. So later video. Once I settle. And then there's the Robbie Jr. Of course. Look at that. Is this the phone? I think this is the phone. That's right, Mark. Try to grab it. Yep, this is the phone mouse. I don't even think it's a mouse. What is this? Yeah. Sorry, I should probably go on camera. I don't even think this is a mouse. This is just a phone from Radio Shack. I do have a phone mouse downstairs. And then look at that. This is a replica. And then there's another one. That was a very famous phone. I mean, we just sold a lot of it. And then, of course, I did a video on that. And all the batteries are dead on that for some time. There's my wife. This was the first year I met her. This was our first Christmas together. I've always liked this picture. She was quite the looker. Miss Ohio, I believe. She was involved in the Miss Ohio beauty pageant. And then these are some of my old posters. My Jack-in-a-Box figures that are ancient. And then my editing system. It's actually very sad. It's very sad. I'm trying to... Oh, look, there's an old Coleco. I'm trying to have a stiff upper lip, but this is very sad. I've spent a lot of time here, and to see it like this, I probably will shoot one more video. At the very last, we'll go through it. My family wants to have a party in the house before we leave, which is going to be weird because it's going to be hollow, but I guess we'll just bring all our old stuff. Man, this under here used to just be filled with models. I mean, from one end to the other. Now they're all packed, and that's the last bag. Some are in a storage unit. Some are downstairs. I'm trying, wherever I put them, the storage unit was insulated. So wherever I put the models, I make sure that they're not subject to heat, which is why I kept them in here, because this room used to always be chilled. See, there's kind of a glow on the picture over there, so you can't really see it real well. I should have described it from over here. Maybe it'll show up different. But I love that poster, and it's not like me. If you know me, it's not like me to air certain things like that in that category. But I don't find that to be what most people or some people would find it to be. I find it a great piece of art from an artist who drew a life-size woman for his tattoo parlor, and he did an excellent job. And there it was, sitting out in the middle of the street of Amsterdam, which apparently is a much freer country than America, or at least not as uptight. So that's about it. I just wanted to go over the progress. That's actually a really nice sound system. The woofer is down over in here, and it's going to be hard to move this desk, but I'm going to do it because this desk has been with me for pretty much all my working career. I have moved it from location to location. I've worked the same place for a long time because in my whole life, I've moved this 4 times. So, well, anyway, here's a glimpse of, this used to be, originally it was my room. I never really named it. It was just my sanctuary. Then it was my son's room, and he painted it all black. He called it the Bat Cave. Then it was my daughter's room and her new husband. They lived up here because through that door, there's a bathroom and a shower. Go through that door and across the hall. And it's all upstairs above the house, which was kind of cool. And they lived here for about a year while they were looking for a house, which is so funny how it's come full circle, because now we're going to join them in the town they decided to move into, but we're probably going to be closer to the San Bernardino Mountains in the foresty area. That's the parcels that I'm looking at. So then after that, it became my room again, and then I started collecting a lot of Tandy equipment, Radio Shack equipment, so I called it the Radio Shack, literally. And it pretty much, as Radio Shack did, it died as the Shack. But it will live again at another place. I intend to build a beautiful custom area that's going to be much more to my liking and much bigger, where I can hold everything in one room, including all my gaming systems. I have all the majors: Atari, Coleco, Genesis, Sega. I have them all, and just a plethora of games. Well, that's it. One other thing. I've had a couple of people that have sent me statements saying, "Hey, I subscribe for to watch your videos on this or that." Look, please understand that I do a lot of different things. My loves are holidays, of course, so my Christmas decorations, but they're going to be seasonal, and just live with it. And then modeling. I love modeling, and as I get closer to retirement, I intend to do more of that. So I'm going to have more modeling videos. I will also still always work on my vehicles, my cars, my machines, my tools. So you'll have a lot of that. Plus, what else? Whatever interests me. I mean, I intend to do a video on this. And then also, I have in a can, it's all edited. And I mean, it's all done. It just needs to be edited, of the start of San Diego, which is a great video. I had a lot of big players involved. As a matter of fact, they're getting antsy of why I haven't finished it. I just haven't had the time. But that's coming up, and it's pretty darn interesting. Okay, well, so bear with me. Eventually, I'll touch on all my subjects that you once loved, but you have to understand my holiday subjects are seasonal. They seem to go around those holidays. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for seeing the next journey in my life, for coming along. I promise I will do one more video, a couple more videos of this place before we close her down. And then I will do the video, maybe the construction of my new place. And it's not going to be like, don't expect too much. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm fixing it on a budget type of guy. And we could call that budget more physical than financial. I'm not like the 8-bit guy when he did his place. My goodness. That was a place. I mean, I would love to be like that guy, and maybe if I was his age, I'd be like that guy. I used to do stuff like that, but now, yeah. I'm more like God, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember. Westlife, I think. I like watching his videos because he doesn't have an intro. I don't even know if he has a script. He just finds really cool stuff and then he just investigates them. Westlife. I don't even know his real name. We've talked maybe a couple of times, mostly back and forth on videos, but nothing personal. I would like to get to know him personally to see how he ticks in real life. He seems like quite an interesting man. I've met a lot of people that I found very interesting. LGR is also very good. Max's models, I just love the way he gets into his model building. He seems to be a little more lax right now and just talks about certain things that excite him, as I do. I mean, he's talking about airplane racing right now, the early start of it, which was very interesting. But the guy's got a full-time job and he's a pilot. So, hey, you're not going to get the stuff that he was doing when he was in recovery. But all of these people seem to be perfect for my taste. Well, thank you for watching. You guys have a great day and a better life. Remember to do more of what makes you happy. See ya.